यह वीडियो बॉलीवुड फिल्म के लिए नहीं है। इस वीडियो को लॉ स्टूडेंट्स और लॉ में इंटरेस्ट रखने वाले लोगों के लिए बनाया गया है, तो कृपया कर पॉपकॉर्न लेके बैठने के लिए कॉपी पेन लेकर बैठे। धन्यवाद।
डिस्क्लेमर तो आपने पढ़ी ही है। तो देखो, इस वीडियो में हमने बदला मूवी को एविडेंस एक्ट से रिलेट किया है।
अरे भाई, पर एविडेंस एक्ट ही क्यों?
देख, ऐसा है, केस सिविल हो या क्रिमिनल हो, कोर्ट में हर बात को प्रूव या डिस्प्रूव करने के लिए सबसे जरूरी एविडेंसेस होते हैं, और इस मूवी में एविडेंसेस को काफी अच्छे से दिखाया गया है। ये बता कि बदला मूवी क्यों लिया अपन ने?
क्योंकि यार मैं इसमें एविडेंस जो है वो काफी बारीकी से दिखाए गए हैं, और इस मूवी के थ्रू हम एविडेंस एक्ट के ज्यादा से ज्यादा प्रोविजंस को एक्सप्लेन कर पाएंगे।
हाँ, मुझे तो लगता है कि इस मूवी को बनाया ही एविडेंस एक्ट के लिए गया है।
बस इस मूवी को ना हम जैसे समझदार लॉ स्टूडेंट का इंतजार था।
तो मूवी की बात करते हैं। बदला इज वन ऑफ द फाइनेस्ट थ्रिलर सस्पेंस मूवी, जिसमें दो क्राइम सीन्स को डिपिक्ट किया गया है। कैरेक्टर्स की अगर बात करें तो नैना सेठी द मेन अक्यूज्ड एक यंग सीईओ है, अर्जुन सीक्रेट लवर ऑफ नैना एंड वन ऑफ द विक्टिम ऑफ द क्राइम सीन्स, सनी अनदर विक्टिम जिसकी बॉडी को अलोंग विद हिज कार वाज थ्रोन इन द रिवर, रानी एंड निर्मल वर द पेरेंट्स ऑफ सनी, जिन्होंने पूरे केस में इन्वेस्टिगेशन करी और खुद से ही एविडेंसेस को कलेक्ट करके एक दूसरे से कनेक्ट करा। बादल सिंह एज अ कैरेक्टर वाज द सस्पेंस ऑफ द मूवी, या फिर जिसे कहते हैं ना क्लाइमैक्स मूवी का, वो बादल सिंह था। इसने बहुत स्मार्टली नैना से उसका कन्फेशन रिकॉर्ड करवा लिया, ट्रिक करके।
सो बेसिकली बदला मूवी में दो क्राइम सीन है। पहला सनी की डेथ, सेकंड अर्जुन का मर्डर। तो यार अब मूवी की बात तो बहुत हो गई, अब थोड़ी पढ़ाई लिखाई की बात भी कर लें। सो सेक्शन 5 ऑफ इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट बोलता है कि एविडेंस में भी गिवन ऑफ रेलेवेंट फैक्ट्स एंड फैक्ट्स इन इशू। तो अब आप पूछोगे कि रेलेवेंट क्या है, तो वो सभी फैक्ट्स जो सेक्शन 6 से लेके सेक्शन 55 के अंडर आते हैं, वे सभी फैक्ट्स रेलेवेंट हैं एज पर इंडियन एविडेंस।
तो अब देखते हैं कि कौन कौन से रेलेवेंट फैक्ट्स किस किस प्रोविजन में फॉल कर सकते हैं। सबसे पहला जो प्रोविजन इन्वोक हो रहा है वो है सेक्शन 9 ऑफ इंडियन एविडेंस एक्ट, जो कहता है कि दोज फैक्ट्स आर रेलेवेंट विच एक्सप्लेन और इंट्रोड्यूस द फैक्ट इन इशू। इस केस में फैक्ट इन इशू सबसे पहला जो है वो है सनी की डेथ। तो कौन कौन से फैक्ट्स रेलेवेंट है सनी की डेथ से रिलेटेड जो सेक्शन 9 में फॉल कर सकते हैं, वो है सबसे पहला, रानी एंड निर्मल दैट इज द फादर ऑफ पेरेंट्स ऑफ सनी, they confronted with Arjun at the place of occurrence at the time of accident. So the presence of Arjun at the place of occurrence at that particular time is a relevant fact under section 9 of Indian Evidence Act.
Second relevant fact under section 9 is Rani saw blood stains on Arjun's hand. So when Arjun was at Rani's place waiting while his car was getting repaired, Rani witnessed blood stains on Arjun's hand despite having any injury, which made Rani suspicious and is a relevant fact under section 9.
The third relevant fact is Sunny's mobile phone was found with Arjun. So क्योंकि Sunny already late हो चुका था, so Rani tried to call her and the phone rang with Arjun. Though he pretended like the phone was already lying on the sofa, but the fact that थोड़ी देर पहले ही Sunny was online and was texting her made Rani suspicious. The phone found with Arjun is also a relevant fact under section 9 of Indian Evidence Act.
The fourth relevant point is that Arjun and Naina had exactly the same lighter. So when Nirmal was repairing Arjun's car, he found a lighter in it. And when asked about it, Arjun denied that he does not smoke and this lighter belongs to his sister. And later on, when Rani confronted Naina, he witnessed exactly the same lighter with Naina. Hence, this is a relevant fact under section 9 as this fact establishes a relation between the parties.
So the last relevant fact which can come under the ambit of section 9 of Indian Evidence Act is the fact that Arjun adjusted the seat of the car. So Rani noticed that before leaving their house, Arjun adjusted the driving seat of the car. This shows that somebody else was also present and he was not alone at the time of at the place of occurrence when somebody else was driving the car.
Another section which can be proved useful here is section 11. Section 11 says that facts not otherwise relevant but become relevant to the fact in issue. इस सेक्शन के अंदर डिफेंस ऑफ एलिबाई फॉल करता है। बेसिकली डिफेंस ऑफ एलिबाई इज अ डिफेंस in which an accused person alleges that he was not at a particular point of time at place of occurrence. He alleges that he was somewhere else to have a defense of alibi. So in this particular case, Naina Sethi claimed alibi by stating that she was not in Aviemore for that whole week, and she made her claim stronger by submitting that fake hotel documents and fake boarding pass. So this is a relevant fact under section 11.
तो ये तो हो गई सनी के मर्डर की बात. अब करते हैं अर्जुन के मर्डर की बात. सो द फैक्ट्स which can be relevant or the evidences which are very essential in the case of Arjun's murder are: first one is the screams heard by the passerby. So when Naina gave a blow on Arjun's head with an object, his screams was heard by two passers-by, which is admissible as evidence under section 60 of Indian Evidence Act, which talks about oral evidences. Section 3 defines oral evidence as the statement which the court permits to be made before the court as by the witness. So here in this case, the fact that two passers-by heard the scream of Arjun with their own senses is an oral evidence which is admissible. So when both the passerby informed police about such happening, police immediately came into the picture and knocked open the door. At that particular time, they saw Naina Sethi sitting beside the dead body of Arjun with along with an object having blood on it. So the whole statement which can be made by the police officer in front of the court is also admissible as evidence under section 60 of Indian Evidence Act.
The another relevant fact is that Arjun texted Naina. So Arjun texted Naina that he is going to disclose all the truth to Sunny's parents and ask her to meet in hotel. And when Naina reached the hotel, Arjun again repeated the same thing, that he will disclose all the truth to Sunny's parents. And to stop Arjun from revealing all the truth to Sunny's parents and to save herself and her reputation, she gave a blow on Arjun's hand to stop him from disclosing the truth. Hence, this is the relevant fact under section 8, as this fact constitutes the motive behind the crime.
So this whole incident regarding the murder of Arjun can come under the ambit of section 6 of Indian Evidence Act, that talks about relevancy of fact, which says that facts forming part of same transaction are relevant. The principle of res geste is applicable in this particular case because first, the message from Arjun's phone that he will disclose everything. Second, immediately after the message, she gave a blow to Arjun's head. Thirdly, the scream was heard by the passers-by. Immediately after that happening, they informed police about such happening and police immediately came into the scene. Police witnessed Naina Sethi sitting beside the dead body of Arjun, and there is no place to escape in that particular area, that is Naina was locked inside. This whole is very perfectly connected and there is no chance of fabrication of evidence. Therefore, it is a part of section 6 of Indian Evidence Act.
The another important fact in relation to Arjun's murder is that the weapon which was lying beside the Arjun's dead body had Naina Sethi's fingerprints, and after the medical examination of dead body, which comes under section 45, it was confirmed that that particular weapon is the cause of the Arjun's death, and that's why under section 45 and section 51 this fact is relevant, that Naina Sethi had her fingerprint on that weapon and that weapon was the ultimate cause of his death.
There is one more important element in this particular two crime scenes which we were discussing. It is fabrication of evidence. Section 8 talks about motive, preparation, previous and subsequent conduct, and illustration E talks about fabrication of evidence in a particular case, in a particular crime scene. So here in this case, there was some fabrication of evidence, like first, body drowned in the car. So just after the accident, Naina drowned the car along with the body, in which Sunny's dead body was also there. So this was to create deception in the crime scene that nothing happened, so as to fabricate the evidence. Further, the car which was used by Naina for the accident was also destroyed by them. So they crushed the car, they gave cash so as to crush the car, and then reported a false FIR so as to create deception and fabricate the evidence.
So the another fact which shows the fabrication of evidence is that Naina bribed the witness to remain silent. So Naina, with the help of his friend Jimmy Punjabi, bribed the witness, who was the sole eyewitness who saw them at the place of occurrence, to remain silent. Hence, this fact is important as it shows the fabrication of evidence. So the last point is injury to herself. So after murdering Arjun, when Naina realized that she is stuck into a situation with no escape, so she hit her head into a mirror, is to create a possibility that there was a third person present in the room, and he was the only responsible person for the murder of Arjun and for hitting Naina.
ये सारे एविडेंस तो ठीक है, पर अब आता है द मेन सस्पेंस ऑफ द मूवी और द क्लाइमेक्स जो मेन था, वेयर रानी एंड निर्मल, द पेरेंट्स ऑफ सनी, tricked Naina Sethi to make her confession recorded. So Nirmal pretended to be Badal Singh, Naina's lawyer, made her statement recorded with a pen, having a audio recorder, and she confessed that Sunny was alive when she drowned the car into the river, and that she murdered Arjun. And this evidence, which is recorded by both of them, will come under the ambit of section 65 clause 65B, which talks about the admissibility of electronic evidence.
द्रौपदी पांडवों की नहीं, महाभारत द्रौपदी के बदले की कहानी। द्रौपदी ने ही युधिष्ठिर से कहा था, बदला लेना हर बार सही नहीं होता, लेकिन माफ कर देना भी हर बार सही नहीं होता।